Scotland's marine ecosystem faces being hugely damaged by salmon farming in the future unless environmental concerns are addressed as a matter of urgency. That's one of the conclusions of a damning report by Holyrood's Environment Committee, which insists improvements have to be made. Our environment correspondent Kevin Keane reports.
It's our economic success story. Not just Scotland's, but the UK's biggest food export worth £600 million. With huge plans for expansion, Holyrood's Environment Committee says there will be harm if practices don't change.
I don't think it's apocalyptic. I think we've made clear we're supportive of the sector. It's an important industry for Scotland, but the point we're making is that the status quo is not an option in terms of its environmental performance.
Environmental groups have long raised concerns about the impact of fish farming, but there's been little independent research in Scotland. The committee heard evidence from both sides of the debate. Its report is highly critical. It says there's been little progress in tackling environmental concerns since 2002, even though the sector has expanded significantly. Further growth without addressing these issues may cause irrecoverable damage to the environment. And it says the sector is not being regulated sufficiently or effectively, with calls for practices to change. The industry insists it's not been sitting on its hands.
There has been a lot of change in the environment since 2002. Things are not quite as they seem. Marine water temperatures have risen by 15% some years, and so that's presented new challenges to us. So it may look on the surface that things haven't changed. Things have been changing enormously.
The industry has found some solutions, like adding cleaner fish to cages such as these wrasse, which eat the sea lice. But even that prompted fresh concerns about the impact of removing large numbers of fish from the sea. And the problem from the sea lice has not gone away.
All of our wild salmon and sea trout that live on the rivers on the west coast of Scotland are exposed to these extremely infectious sea lice larvae, which are coming out of salmon farms in huge numbers, and that's causing very large problems for the wild salmon populations and sea trout populations in the west coast.
Along with processing, this is a hugely important sector which supports thousands of jobs in rural and coastal communities. This report will feed into a wider inquiry from Holyrood's Rural Economy Committee into the impact of salmon farming and its future. Kevin Keane reporting, Scotland.